It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers on Thursday night primetime.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I'm sure after he caught the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, uh-oh, trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Love looking to throw it. Short throw. He's got Kraft. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and 6. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 2. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Brought down by Willie Gay. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And Watson has it right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw now, here's Love. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Dobbs from a yard out. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their new quarterback, first-year signal caller out of South Carolina.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Throwing is Rattler. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Rattler wants to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They'll run it again with Miller. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Rattler from the gun, third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. And that went to the right side and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Love now. Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
On now is the Packers punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's Rattler. He completes this into the hands of Miller. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
To the air is Rattler. Able to find the open man. That's complete. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So after the field goal, back out is Groupie to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. They go bootleg. Love. Completed out left to Dobbs. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Love. That is caught. And he is going to have the Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
2nd and 5. On play action. Love to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down here, and it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by McManus is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Valdez-Scantling in motion right. They begin with a run by Miller. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Again, it's Miller. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Rattler. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Working out of the gun, Love. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing. Love. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. The good kick, 48 yards. 4 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
2nd and 10. Rattler working out of the gun. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Wilson's got it complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll look to throw. Slant route to Miller. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Throwing is Rattler. He completes it to Wilson. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Rattler wants to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. To throw now. Here's Love. He'll complete this one to Watson. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. Now Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Packers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Love now. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Second down and 3. Love looking to throw it. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Going back to Love.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Well, the Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. From the shotgun, Rattler. That's to a former Packer, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll send a tight end in motion right.
Off the play fake, it's Rattler. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Here's Rattler.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
To the air is Rattler.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Juwan Johnson.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Saints have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the half, Love. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
From the gun, here's Rattler.
Pass incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs getting ready to go back to work. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This is 2nd and 8.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, They've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Love. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Love.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now Rattler. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4.
They'll drop the throw.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. Down the sideline he goes.
And down to the 16-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Miller running right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Throwing is Rattler.
And that's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a handoff to Miller. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
About a half-yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Rattler.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Juwan Johnson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. That time a 9-play drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packers offense set to go. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 1. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. In motion right, Dobbs.
To throw now, here's Love. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And his throw is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake, Love. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Play action this time with Love.
Able to find his man, Kraft.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. They will throw again here with Jordan Love.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
The Packers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Love now. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Love looking to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Love from the gun. Touchdown, Packers!
Jaden Reed. And the Packers are an extra point away from 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and Spencer Rattler getting ready for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
No gain on the play there, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. That's taken inside his own 40. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd and 4.
In motion, the tight end. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. On now is the Packers punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll go play action here with Rattler. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now Miller. He's had a big workload here tonight. And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Rattler wants to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
To the air is Rattler. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Miller. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10
at their own 11.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now Love.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, here's Rattler. It's caught. It's Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Rattler.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Here's 1st down. Here's Love. Brought in by Dobbs on the comeback route. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock, and they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to the running game with Jacobs.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.